Hello people, Happy New Year 2025. Welcome to our space, the Career Deck, where we discuss everything career, people management, and growth. Today we are going to talk about career planning. How do we create a career plan? There are different careers that we can have. There are different careers that you can do, and a career is simply, someone would ask, what is a career? A career is something you would do as your occupation and you're paid for it, and it has to be progressive. Anything that you do that is your occupation, and there are different examples of careers. You can have a career as a doctor, you can have a career as a human resource practitioner, you can have a career as an engineer, you can have a career as a banker, you can have a career as a videographer. So, as a videographer. So, if you need to succeed in this career, because remember, you have to be progressive and it's something that has to pay you, you need to create a plan on how am I going to be successful in this career that I have chosen. So today, that is what we are going to talk about. How do I create this plan to make sure that I'm successful in this career, which is what we are simply calling career planning. So what is a career plan? So a career plan is a roadmap that you develop for you to achieve the highest level of your career. So this roadmap can have short-term plans, medium-term plans, and long-term plans. So we are going to have a practical example here. In a career, let's say the financial sector. The financial sector has banking. The financial sector has insurance. This is one sector, but there are different careers under that sector. So there are careers under insurance and there are careers under banking. So all the sectors that we have mentioned, in the field that we have mentioned, you need to have a clear plan on how to succeed in your career, and that is what brings us to the career planning. So how do you plan? There are different steps that you can follow when you're trying to create a very successful career plan. And the first one is your values. What are your values? Do you value integrity, discipline, respect, empathy? For you to be successful and for you to move swiftly into your career, it is very good for you to choose careers that require high levels of integrity. For example, banking. If you've chosen a career in banking, that sector requires high levels of integrity. So after knowing your values, you also need to look at your strength, so that you'll be able to know which strength do I have that I can actually use to build on this career that I'm choosing. You can have different strengths like leadership. You can have another strength like confidence. That's a very good strength. You can have another strength like time management. So you need to know this strength that I have, how do I incorporate them so that I'll use them as leverage to succeed in the career that I've chosen. Or you also need to know which strength I used or which strength is required for me to be able to succeed in the career that I've chosen. Let's use an example of time management. If you have a strength of time management and you've chosen the career of HR, because you have a strength in time management, you'll be able to leverage on this strength and be able to do your work in a timely manner as an HR practitioner. For example, you will require excellent time management skills for you to be able to pay people's salaries in time, which is a function of HR. If people are expected to be paid on the 30th, you'll be required to work 7 days before to allow for preparations, for errors, for corrections, for omissions, for approvals, sending the money to the bank so that people are able to have their salaries paid on the said date. If you use time management skills and it's one of your strengths, it will be very good for you to know that it's required in your field. Remember, we are creating our career plan. We looked at our values, we looked at our strength, and after identifying that, you should not forget that if I've known which strengths that I have and in the career that I have chosen, what weaknesses do I have? And how do I improve on my weaknesses to be able to align with the career that I've chosen so that I am able to process, to work on them and to plan in my plan on how to achieve those strengths. After I've known my values, after I've known my strength, now I look at what are the career levels in this career path that I've chosen. How do I incorporate the values that I have and the strength that I need for me to get to the highest level of my career. Remember, the career is progressive, it's not static. You need to be growing in your occupation, you need to be growing. So when you know the career levels and you understand, you are able to know how much time do I require, how much training do I need, what do I need to do, how do I get to this career level. So after I've known the career levels in the career you have chosen, we set career goals. What is going to be my goal for me to achieve the highest level that I need to achieve in the career that I've chosen? Let's continue with HR. How do I become the Chief Human Resource Officer? Set your goals. It will involve short-term goals, medium-term goals, and the long-term goals. So the short-term goals in this career that we're using as our example would be, in the first 3 years, I have to be an HR administrator. What do I need to do? I need to make sure I understand all the functions. I need to make sure I have done recruitment. I have participated in payroll, in employee relations, and also maybe disciplinary hearing. That's also employee relations. So when you evaluate how long you've done this, you will be able to know that time for me to move to the next level. But what is required at the next level? Probably now you're moving from HR administrator to HR assistant manager. What is required? You need more years of experience, which you would have gained as an administrator. But then maybe you require more skills, which you can maybe add on onto your education. Maybe you do a postgraduate, or you acquire more knowledge on how to handle bigger responsibilities and bigger volumes of work in those same functions that you've been doing, the ones we looked at. That is recruitment, employee relations, and maybe training. After reviewing your career plan, you realize that the level that you required to go to requires you to have some additional education. It requires you to have extra training. So in your plan, you plan for training, you put it in your budget, you find out which people actually conduct this training, where can I go, what do I need to do, so that you're in line with your career plan. Maybe in your plan you also realize that there's a soft skill that I need to learn, that is writing skills, maybe to improve on my communication, that is required as a strength in the career that I have chosen. You plan for that as you're reviewing your career plan. So after reviewing your career plan, you need to celebrate your wins. You sit down, you assess, what had I planned to achieve during this year under my career section. Did I achieve it? Celebrate it. Because just like how you celebrate everything you plan, you celebrate Christmas, we celebrate the New Year, you also have to celebrate the wins that you do, because it's some work that you put in, and when there's an achievement that you've achieved or you've attained, you need to celebrate it. Like, we'll give as simple as it is, like at the end of last year, I was at, let's say, 3 years experience. At the end of this year, I've done the same job, but I've gained another extra year. That's something you need to celebrate, so that you're able to remain encouraged and not to lose your goal, and you achieve your end goal. And with those 5 steps, you'll be able to set very clear career goals to achieve your career plan. I am Catherine.N.Kisekka, a dedicated career coach who will be taking you through all your growth through your career. Whether you're new in your career or trying to climb the corporate ladder, whether you're a team leader or trying to find balance in your work and your career, or a business owner, this space is what will help you in leveling up. Come with me as I give you tips and insights on how to excel in your career, people development, and strategies on how to achieve your professional development. Join me on this journey as we achieve professional development and growth, so that we are able to achieve professional greatness together. I am Catherine.N.Kisekka, here at the Career Deck, guiding you to achieve professional greatness together.